Hiya, I'm Riyadh. Welcome back to my channel. And you know, it's been far too long since we did a Q&A here. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a fucking Q&A. And in case you're wondering, these are actually raspberries in my wine because why not? I kind of like to have them in there, and then when I'm finished, it's like a little juicy alcoholic treat that I can chew on. Delicious. How long does it take you to get ready for a date? Hee hee, love you so much, love you too. At least an hour, if not an hour and a half. I put on music, I sit down with my laptop, I research the guy. I know you think so, but this doesn't just happen. It takes a team. You know, we all sit around here and we deliberate, what is Riyadh gonna look like for this date? And we come up with the production plan. It goes through 2 rounds of deliberations, and then finally we come up with the final look, and then I go on the date. It can take about 3 weeks to finalize. Describe how you feel right now in one sound. If you had a pull string doll of you, what 5 sayings would it have? Where's the wine? Fuck you. Give me attention. Give me attention. Give me attention. 33 and a third. Oh, he's gorgeous. Give me some of that. Is that 5? I don't know. Who cares? I'm sick. Any tips for getting better fast? You're in luck. The other week, I had a motherfucker of a cold upon me. And what you need to do is, first of all, hit it when it's fresh. Number 1, vitamin C. Oranges are shit. What has more vitamin C than oranges? Red bell peppers. I think it's like 2 or 3 times the amount. So chomp on them. You won't have all that wasteful sugar going into your body that you don't want. Number 2, hydration. Drink loads of water, especially like warm water. Your body loves that. It helps your digestive system. Number 3, eat tons of food. Good food though. Keep that belly full. That's the energy that's going to be fighting that motherfucker until it's dead. Number 4, get some sleep. Force yourself into bed. Get the head on the pillow. That's the rejuvenation, and that's the energy you're going to need to fight it as well. Number 5, I know it's a bit hippie-ish, but laugh. I am an honest, true believer that laughter and happiness is one of the greatest cures for almost any sickness. It gets the endorphins flowing, it suppresses cortisol, the stress hormone. So like, watch a comedy show, watch Beyonce falling off stage multiple times. Fuck it, watch one of my videos. If you could keep any animal as a pet and it would not harm you or whatsoever, what would it be and why? A koala bear, obviously. They're cuddly, they look ridiculous, and the only problem is they do harm you. They apparently try and take out your eyeballs. What is your greatest strength and biggest weakness? Okay, greatest strength is that I've got ambition and I can see a goal and go, yeah, I can do that, fuck it, absolutely, let's go, woo! It can be like literally the biggest goal in the world. My weakness is that I procrastinate and I go, yeah, I'll do it like tomorrow. I'll go for the dream like, you know, in a while. There's no rush. What is the strangest name someone has introduced you as? Well, obviously my name is a head fuck. It's Riyadh, in case you didn't know. And I've been called, literally by teachers, Rita, Rehab, Retard, Riyadh, Ridian, Rajid. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's very simple. It's like you've deleted someone on Facebook and you're re-adding them. Or you've emptied your glass of wine and you're gonna re-add wine to fill it up. Okay, you get it. Because we're mates, we get each other. Caption this. Big head. Worst moment from your childhood. The death of my grandfather and the death of my grandmother. Sorry to bring the tone down. Will this question be in your video? Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how exhausting and how great was it to meet your viewers at Summer in the City 2016? Jesus Christ. Literally a mind-blowing experience for me. But when I stand there for 3.5 hours, 4 hours, meeting you one by one and seeing your faces and hearing your stories, where you live, what you like, what you don't like, and putting faces to these numbers, it is the most enriching, incredibly exciting experience of my life. By the end of a meet and greet though, I am wiped out. Like, you could say, what's your name? And I go, I'm just gone. So what I do is I go for a nap, I pass out for an hour or 2, and then I wake up and I'm fine. What's the best and worst things you've learned from your parents? Okay, best thing is that I've learned empathy and human emotion and how to find happiness in the world, even from the most simple of things. The worst thing that I've learned is leaving things to the last minute, constantly being late. Hi, sexy little mister. Hello. What's your top 3 movies ever? Simple, I did it in a Q&A before. Titanic, number 1. Still Alice, number 2. Erin Brockovich, number 3. If you haven't seen these, please, on my behalf, make it your priority. 2 of them are on Netflix. What's your favourite thing about London? The boys. What is your favourite thing about LA? P.S. Love you, Riyadh. Love you too, Darla. Oh my god, your name's Darla. You're like the girl from Little Rascals.
I'm Darla. What a hunk.
Favourite thing about LA? The beaches and the weather. And the people. Not all of them, just some of them, okay? Favourite musical? Priscilla, Queen of the Desert if I want to laugh. Les Miserables if I want to cry. What have you always wanted and did you ever get it? Yes, as a child, literally for about 5 or 6 years, I begged my parents for a chicken. I don't know what it was, I was obsessed with the idea of owning a chicken. Didn't want a dog, didn't want a cat, didn't want a fucking hamster, I wanted a chicken. My parents went away for a weekend and there was just a romantic weekend and they found a farm just on the side of the road. They were selling chickens and my amazing parents decided that they would purchase 2 or 3 of these chickens. They brought it home, chucked it in the garden, and they said, oh Riyadh, there's something in the garden for you there. And I walked on out, and what was there in the middle of the garden eating the grass? This gorgeous, beautiful chicken. Can't take my eyes off you. I ran over, I grabbed it, I kissed it, I squeezed it so hard I could almost hear the eggs inside it cracking. I cried, just absolutely in love with this new feathery friend. So, would you ever move back to Ireland or have your family move to England? If I'm gonna move back to Ireland, it will probably be when I'm like in my 40s or 50s and I wanna like chill out and have a more relaxed life. I'm loving my London life far too much to even consider moving back full time. Maybe part time, I might go for a couple of months and then come back. I just fucking love this town. What's your favorite type of ice cream and wine? Ice cream, strawberries and cream, Häagen-Dazs. It's epic. And my favorite kind of wine is the one that's made out of grapes and has alcohol in it. If you were a musical instrument, what would you be? I would be a violin because it's emotional and looks pretty. What's your favorite type of dog? Okay, ooh, tough. The one I have at the moment, my family dog, is a Cavalier King Charles, my beautiful Sasha. But if I was to get a dog now, I'm between a Pomeranian and a miniature pincher. That's my ex's dog. They love cuddles. I'm a needy fucker, so I need a dog that needs me as much as I need it. Best thing about being Irish, the fact that I could say 33 and a third will not a bother on me. What was your dream job when you were young? I had 3 dream jobs. One was to be a pilot, which I started training for, and in theory I can actually fly a plane, in case you didn't know. So it's actually a weird, morbid hope of mine to one day have a pilot that can't fly the plane anymore and I have to take over. Second dream was to be a marine biologist, and I worked in sea life, did like tours and stuff at the age of 15. And then the third job was to be a presenter or host on radio or TV. And I guess I've kind of made the third one happen. So I'm really, really happy with that, yay. Beyonce or Rihanna? Girl, Rihanna doesn't even, she's not even in the picture. She doesn't exist when it comes to this question. Lady Gaga, then Beyonce, and then all the others. These are the only 2 that matter, okay? Any exciting holidays coming up? I'm going to Mexico with my parents in January. What have you done in the last month that couldn't be in a vid? Oh yeah, okay. There was, I hate when YouTubers do this. There's a project I'm working on. There is a project I'm working on that I've been sworn to secrecy on. It's literally in the contract of the project that I can't speak about it. But, what can I say? It's big, it's a dream come true, it's something I've wanted my entire life, and it is going to blow your mind. You're going to be able to see it and enjoy it, and potentially you're going to be able to be involved in it, like part of it. So hang on for just a couple more weeks. I'm pushing them to allow me to say it to you, so that's really the only thing that I haven't been able to say in my videos, so it's a good one. Oh, can you tell your parents I said, hey, I love y'all so much? Okay, Carolyn, I will. Yes. I have my mother on my phone as boss. Hi.
There's the camera.
Wait.
Hold on, Carolyn, I need to let my hair down.
Oh, girl. Shake it out.
Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Hi, Carolyn.
Okay, that's it. Love you, bye.
Bye.
Favorite porn star? Well, it's gotta be who is just absolutely incredible, so talented, and oh, beautiful. What advice would you give someone who is just starting out their own YouTube channel? Okay, so don't make videos about shit that you don't care about. Get really good channel art, you know, like with your name, and be consistent and make sure you're uploading regularly. We're talking like once every week if you can, if not twice a week, and that way your subscribers are gonna go, I'm gonna come back to see more of this guy. Speaking of coming back to see more, unfortunately some of you have been tweeting me saying that you've like been missing videos because fucking YouTube sub box isn't telling you that my new videos are up. So there is one way that we can get over this and make sure that you're getting like notifications each time I put new stuff up. So if you go down below, there should be a subscribe button, and beside the subscribe button there should be a bell or like a nut, you know, like a nut or a bolt, and if you click on that it will then ask you if you want to get notifications from this channel when everything goes up here, so you won't miss a thing. Okay, thank you. What is your worst airport experience? You really want this one? So I was almost deported from Canada and sent home to Ireland. So many of you know that I lived in America, in Texas, with my boyfriend for about 3 months, like a year or 2 years ago. While I was there for 3 months living with him, for a couple of days I decided to fly up from Texas to Canada to visit my aunt where she was working. And at the end of the 2 or 3 day trip in Canada, I came to the airport and I was trying to get back into America. And you know, you go into the booth and you put your fingers on and you put your thumb on, and they ask you, are you traveling for business or pleasure? And I did all of that, and then he goes, sir, would you mind standing aside for a minute? I was like, yeah, sure, okay. Then another man came from behind and took my bag, took my phone, took my passport, and took my wallet. So all I had was me and the clothes that were on my back. At which point I began freaking the fuck out, but like outwardly holding it together, because if they see that you're going crazy, they're gonna think that you're like trying to smuggle drugs in or something, which I absolutely was not. And then he asked me to like step into a room. So they opened this door and I walk into this room and they close it and lock it. So essentially, I was in a cell. Now it wasn't a prison cell, but it was in the airport, and I can only describe it as the most grim room you will ever see. Have you ever watched that show like Border Protection? So there's really harsh like fluorescent lights. There's no clocks on the walls because they don't want you to know what time it is. The walls themselves are like peeling. So I'm sitting there going, I don't know what time it is. I don't know if I'm gonna miss my flight. I really honestly don't know why I've been taken aside like this and had all my stuff taken away from me. And then they leave me there for an hour. And I'm thinking, yeah, definitely I've missed my flight now. The guy, the officer then goes, sir, Mr. Khalif, can you please come forward? Now there were only 2 other people in the room with me, and I'm not being mean around them, but they looked like bad people. I don't know how to say it in the nicest way possible. They looked like they had done something wrong. And he says, I'm afraid to inform you that your visa to enter the United States has been cancelled. I'm going, huh? It's like, excuse me? And he goes, yeah, your visa isn't valid anymore. It's been cancelled. And I'm like, no, that's completely wrong. I had a 3-month visa. I was living in the States with my fella. All my stuff is there. Like literally all of my life is there in Texas with him. That's where I'm going now for another month before I go home to Ireland, to be with, you know, my sweetheart. And then he goes, I'm sorry, we can't allow you to fly back to America. You're going to be sent back to Ireland. And at that point, I'm from head to toe shaking. I go grey. I feel like I want to vomit. And I'm going, how can I convince this like officer of the law to believe me that I have a visa? And I go, no, I absolutely have a visa. I promise you I do. I got it from this company. It's been processed. And he goes, sir, this information is coming from Washington, D.C. This is correct information. You do not have a visa. I was like, fuck. So essentially what happened was, I actually don't know the full story. I was meant to like check in with my visa company to tell them I was still in the States before I left the States and tried to get back in. I didn't do that. So they then said it was my fault. And without notifying me by email, by phone call, by text, they just like deleted my visa. Just like, yeah, you don't have one anymore. Now it would have been fine if I stayed in the States, but I left and tried to get back in. So anyway, the police officer let me simmer and let me get really, really frustrated, upset and panicked. And then he goes, oh, by the way, if you wanted to, you could get an ESTA, which is, you know what, like people having a holiday in America have. So he like brought me through their office to the back, opened a hatch and let me through into the airport again and said, there's a computer down there, you can apply for an ESTA, come back to me when you've done it and we'll see can we let you into the United States. I did it while crying and came back and he was like, yeah, you've been approved. What? Like, why didn't you just let me know that first before letting me freak out? So then I got onto the plane. I was literally the last person to board the plane and I sat there sweating on the edge of tears and the person beside me said, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyway, that's the story. Next question. Any embarrassing sex stories? Yes, I farted during sex. Halloween or Christmas? Christmas every time. Are you joking? You get more free shit. Did you go to college? Yes, I actually did. I went to college. A lot of people think that I didn't. I have a degree in media production management that I got from two very amazing and prestigious colleges, Ballyfermot College of Further Education and Dublin City University, DCU. How to dress up stylishly for dummies? You know, that is actually such a good question because I think you can change an entire outfit from like, okay, to, oh yeah, look at him, with like two things in particular. Three things, okay. So number one, for instance, this t-shirt, that's the way it is naturally with the sleeves down. Now, which side do you like more? Obviously this one, hello, sexy, not sexy, sexy, not sexy. For guys, arms are the equivalent of like tits on women, so show more of them. So I roll them up like 3-4 times or until it looks ridiculous. I'd even do that another time, to be honest with you. And then a few of my t-shirts, I've got safety pins in them, so I put one here, or one there till I call them up. And then you look more like muscly and it's a nicer shape. Second thing is a nice belt and to tuck in the top that you're wearing. Like, I don't know what it is over the last year, but all of a sudden, like, tucking in shirts and t-shirts is like the thing to do. This t-shirt and jean combo probably isn't a good example, but I'm just gonna like show you anyway because fuck it. I just think like tucking it in with your rolled up sleeves, it's kind of, you know what it reminds me of? You know Grease? Like going Grease lightning, it's kind of like that. And then the next thing is roll up the bottom of those trousers, get those ankles on show. I have a fetish for ankles. Show them, boys. So what I do is I get these really gay, you've probably seen them, you know, these ridiculous sort of like disgusting socks that like show this part of your foot. So it looks like you're not wearing socks, but you are. Get your jeans. And depending how long they are, I mean, I'm short as fuck, so I've got to roll them up loads, but like 1, 2, 3, maybe a fourth time. Okay, I'm gonna do one with and one without. Get like little, I don't know, whatever shoes look nice with what you're wearing. So what you've got is sexy, not sexy, fashionable, not fashionable. Easy. Would you date a subscriber? Yeah, I would. Wouldn't it be awful for you to block out a potential soulmate simply because they watch your videos? How did you find it growing up as an only child? Did you ever wish you had a brother or sister? Do you have someone who is like a bro or a sister? Well, I have a brother. I have a little brother. Did I not say this before? I don't know. He is the most incredible guy ever. His name is Ryan. I'm trying to get him into a video of mine, but he's not fully there yet. Please follow him online. This is his Instagram account. His name is Ryan and he's just so talented. He's like super into like fitness and bodybuilding and he's younger than me. I think he's like 19. I should know that. Yeah, I'm just so proud of him. How to get over someone that you're still in love with? Easy peasy. I just did it recently. Get onto dating apps. Get out there again. Distract yourself with other potential baes. Jesus, that was a long one. Cheers. Thanks for sticking with me. I will be back in a couple of days. As always, thank you so much for all your love and support. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter. It's all Riyadh K, very simple. And I will chat to you in a couple of days. Love you so much. Bye. Hey! Oh my god, I love it. It looks great there, doesn't it? And let me just also tell you, I am such a good friend. Dramatic much?